Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL. And today we are working on this bracelet. This is pattern 4483 on friendshipbracelets.net. It's basically a very tiny dovetail that is double wide. And to make things a little bit spicy, they changed the way that it transfers from one color to the next. Like for me, in this one, it should have gone from the blue into the red, because that's the next color down, and then to the yellow after that. But this doesn't. It's like it starts the dovetail and then branches out at the dot instead, which had me seriously. I can't. It messed me up. It had me watching the pattern a lot closer than I normally would have for any kind of dovetail. I've done a lot of dovetails over the years, different varieties of stuff. But the way this one segments from one color into the next is not intuitive for me at all. And so I had to be like extra careful and watch what I'm doing. And it definitely took a toll. It took a little longer than an hour to make this, like an hour and maybe 5 minutes. And that extra little bit of time is double checking, am I doing it right? Like all the time. I seriously, I kept, is this right? And I tried to segment knot this thing the best I can. I keep the long rows that go to the right because those are just faster for me. I did what I could to try to make it special. The other thing that kind of throws me off when it comes to a dovetail is the amount of times it repeats the particular color, right? So like this yellow, it's like 2.5 times. It's definitely like more than just doing the just one. So you should go into like the next one almost immediately or whatever, or it just stays. But it kind of goes like 2, and then it starts to go into the next one, and then the tip of the point becomes the whole next section. And again, this really threw me off, only because I've done it differently for years, and that's probably no excuse for me to have such a argumentative mind when it comes to this bracelet, that it just didn't feel right. It didn't feel like how I normally do things. And so yeah, I definitely feel like I kind of wrestled with this one a lot. But that said, it's still a very easy bracelet. The only thing that makes it slightly tiny is, well, one, following the pattern, but two, when I flip it in the center, there's, I think it's only like 3 knots or 4 knots that actually change direction. So you kind of have to watch out for where those are if you're not accustomed to them, and just kind of know that they're in there at the middle. It's what makes the very center one a fully all yellow dot, and then the yellow on the outside, it kind of comes in and changes direction. But that's the only point in the whole bracelet that does it. The rest is simply a left knot or a right knot. So it's a real simple pattern. If you didn't change the pattern at all, like I did, then it's absolutely just very, very easy to do. And I think that because there's barely a change in it, I still say this is probably an easy bracelet. And it looks really cool. I have to admit, for only 3 colors and a 12-string bracelet, it looks really, really sharp. It's a lot of fun. In the middle part here, so like the diamonds are sort of pointing downwards in a way. Like if you count like the small dot versus the other ones, it's pointing. You'll see here in a moment, it starts going the other direction. And so there's this, it's really subtle, but in the middle, there's just, it's a little wonderful thing that takes place. and I absolutely think it's great. Here's the yellow doing the center one. That's the one that flipped. And you'll see now the blue is going from, you know, the top as opposed to at the bottom. Just very cool. It was fun. Definitely enjoyed myself. Wait, we're past the halfway point. See, I'd always forget this. Special shout out to all my YouTube members for helping to make this stuff possible. I really appreciate it, guys. To be honest, I'm going to have to dip into the money that I've earned to get a camera stand. I want to be able to make bracelets while I'm out of the house, and I got a new camera for that. But it turns out I don't have anything that will properly support it to where we can actually get the video for it. So I have to spend a little bit this month. I think it's only like $25, something like that. But still, it's nice to know that it comes from the support that you guys give me. So thank you guys so much for that. Yeah, so we're almost through this whole other red side. But like, watch how it goes from that red back into the yellow. Like it just doesn't. It's really strange. See, like it starts off like this little bit of blue, but then the yellow comes in, and then yeah, it was definitely unusual. But hey, I kind of like the idea that I'm trying something new, trying something different, trying to show you guys how it can be different. So that's kind of fun. Oh, and it used the strings relatively the same. There was no problem with anything running out. In fact, I think I could have actually gotten away with having the strings cut into quarters instead of thirds, just because they were really long at the end. So that's kind of a bonus. Even though it seems like the blue didn't get used as much when you kind of look at it, but you know, it still kind of was happening in the end of the yellow part and stuff. So I don't know. It turned out really good. Yeah, if you guys have questions, comments, leave it down below. If you try it yourself, maybe you change up the colors or something, share your image over on Discord. I'd love to see what you guys come up with. I know that some of you guys really do come out with some really neat ones, so I'd love to see it. So yeah, we could do that again. There used to be a hashtag inspired by AWOL, or aka AWOL. We could do that again. That was always a fun one. I liked looking that up on Instagram. So is that the end of the yellow? Yeah. And then, yep, here comes the blue. So yeah, getting towards the end, there isn't very much of the blue section at all. In fact, like as this blue line comes across the side, it's done. Like that's the end of that one. So yeah, very cool. Yeah, I don't know what the next bracelet's going to be. I haven't come up with any good plans yet. So if you guys have like pictures of a bracelet you wanted me to try to make a pattern of, you could suggest that, or you know, whatever. We can I'll come up with something. I always do, right? All right, we're coming to the very end. Thank you for watching this far into the video. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me. And yeah, as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.